Good afternoon and welcome to the channel. Today is Friday, the 27th of June, and it is now 20 to 6 in the afternoon. I was planning to make my way home. Looking forward to the weekend. It is hot and steamy here. Actually quite muggy in the office, but I don't want to switch on the air condition because I want to smoke a blend here now. So feel a bit muggy. Apparently today is 27 Celsius, going up to 32 over the weekend. So yeah, I'm looking forward for that lovely weather over the weekend. But what happened was, I recorded a video on this blend, the Seattle Pipe Club Plum Pudding Special Reserve Flake. And I've got it now in a jar. So what happened was, I was gushing on about this blend because I think this is one of the tastiest Balkans / English. And I've tasted quite a few English blends and Balkan as well, but this is something else, this one here. Unfortunately, that whole recording that I have done was muted, no sound. So Stephen sent me an email because he's doing the edit. I think he does it sometimes at home, in the office, wherever he's got a bit of time. He said to me, "Nathan, you won't believe it. There's no sound on your video." I'm not sure how it happened. Maybe the mic was... I have no idea how that happened. I have no idea. It was muted. I hope this one is not. Anyway, so that's a real shame because I was really gushing on about it. So what I thought to do is, I was planning to record a video on this one, which is very similar, in fact. And I was thinking comparing this to this. And this is the Plum Pudding Bourbon Barrel Aged. So I was thinking, when I'm going to review this one, I'll talk about this one and compare it. So Stephen says, in any case, you would compare the two. So why don't you just make the recording early on this blend? Because I was thinking of doing this in a few weeks' time. So it'll be ready for the midweek, this coming midweek, that you were planning to release the recording on this one. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Right, so what we're going to do is like this. We're going to bring up the blend info on this one, and I'll tell you what I think of it without actually smoking it, my experience, my notes, and then we're going to smoke this one, and I'll compare the two. Yeah, this is the thing we're going to do. I can't do a double review. I've done the upcoming video on the 29th of June. They must probably watched it by now. Watching this video was the LJ Peretti, the London Flake, and the 8 Slice. So I recorded a double review. And following my 3 reviews in one go on the Pesek Hanoi, I don't want to overdo it with too long videos, double reviews. So yeah. So maybe so we'll just talk in passing about this, and we'll smoke this one and compare it. So in quick, let's bring up now onto the screen the flavor profile, the blend information. I always say flavor profile. I'm so used to my vaping reviews still. Can you imagine? The Plum Pudding Special Reserve. Now, I know there is Plum Pudding. There's a series, the Plum Pudding, the Special Reserve, and the Bourbon. And by the way, before I start this video, I went online to check to see if it's available. And I'll show you now on the screen. It's available on Pipe and Cigars. And you can see now on the screen, the Seattle Pipe Club Plum Pudding Bourbon Barrel Aged is in stock. And so is the Seattle Pipe Club and the Special Reserve and the Plum Pudding, I think the original. Yeah. Must tell you, these are a bit pricey. Yeah, they're a bit pricey, but what you get for it compared to other blends, Americans' prices, it's nearly, I would say, nearly double. But this is very high quality, and yeah, in my opinion, it's worth the money for sure. So let's bring up on the screen the Plum Pudding Special Reserve. Let me just drink. It's so warm and humid here. Wow. I didn't want to leave the air conditioner on while I'm smoking. So we'll see it now on the screen. Plum Pudding Special Reserve. For years, Master Blender Joe Lankford wanted to make a special reserve edition of plum pudding, but he waited. How to improve upon perfection? The rarest leaf helped created the result. I'm just copying and paste. Yeah, pressed in cakes, aged longer, and cut into plug for you to slice or crumble as you desire. This is Joe's favorite way to enjoy pressed tobacco. Complex, smoky, spicy, and still positively addictive. Enjoy this special plug cut of 6 rare ingredients. Latakia joins with Turkish Oriental, Virginia's Cavendish and Perique. Now, when I recorded the video on this blend, I was gushing on. I was saying this is one of the tastiest Balkans / English. The difference with Balkan English, the Balkan has got a bit more Oriental, and this is more Oriental forward. I will just read you the notes what I wrote on a blend. As you all know, I mentioned a few times that I write notes on every single tobacco I smoke. And this is what I wrote. Rich, smooth, pungent, spicy, smoky, delicious fermented brown sugar earthiness, slightly sweet tanginess, notes of raisin and fig. Yeah. So this is, now I've got it in my mason jar, and you can see the leaf. So this is sort of, I would say, it's not entirely cut flake, it's sort of cake flake type of thing. But they're gorgeous looking and very moist. Yeah. When you get them out of the tin, they are like springy. You can taste, you can feel the give on the flake. But the smell of the Special Reserve is so rich, and that fermented, plowed field smell, spicy, smoky. There is a very delicate sort of sweet scent to it as well. All this created a symphony of tobacco notes. It is a exquisite blend. It's an amazing blend. Really, I really enjoy it. Now, I've got a few tins of it. I already ordered a few more on Pipe and Cigars of these two. So yeah, I love it so much that I ordered quite a bit actually. And also, as we all know, with STG and the Sutcliffe, well, Seattle Pipe Club is by Sutcliffe, really, isn't it? And does it say here anyway? I wonder. Yeah, manufactured by Sutcliffe, as you can see here. So as of now, it's still available, but this might become a unicorn blend in years to come. So I did order quite a few to put away. We all love it. This is a really rich, smoky, pungy, bit of delicate sweetness to it. It is a delicious blend. So we're going to talk about it more when I actually smoke this one, so I can relate to it better when I'm actually smoking it. So this is the step up from the Special Reserve, and this is the Bourbon barrel aged, as we said before, and very nice labeling art on this one, and you can see the whole description of the blend on the back here that I'm going to read out to you in any case. And this is as well, as you can see, 2 ounce. Now, you open the tin, that I already did, because there is in there a, well, they say in the McClelland's, which one was it? Hold on a minute, let me just get out. The McClelland's Frog Morton Cellar has got the same, should I call it gimmick, marketing? This. And this is a piece of the bourbon barrel that this tobacco was aged in. And yeah, it's got that very smoky, bourbony smell to it. And it comes like this. Now, when I opened it first, it's half empty. And this is 2 ounce. Now, this tin could house a lot more than what's actually in it. Okay, I smoked a little bit of it, but yeah. This is a gimmick, but I love this idea. To put a piece of the bourbon aged barrel in the tin is a brilliant idea. I don't think it adds anything to the flavor. I don't think it would do anything, yeah, but it's just very nice to know where my tobacco that I'm smoking was aged. Anyway, so let's bring up the blend info on this bourbon barrel aged. We'll see it now on the screen. So it is very similar wording to the Special Reserve. And it smells quite different. We're going to talk about it in a minute. So, Plum Pudding Bourbon Barrel Aged, how to improve upon perfection. Sipping his favorite bourbon gave Master Blender Joe Lankford an idea. World famous original plum pudding packed into charred oak Kentucky bourbon barrels, aged 30 days, pressed into cakes and crumbled cake cut. The result, heavenly marriage of spirits and the best Balkan blend ever made. A chunk of bourbon barrel rests in every tin. Complex, smoky, spicy, and still positively addictive. Plum Pudding Bourbon Barrel Aged is Joe's dream come true. Enjoy the ingredients: Latakia, Turkish Oriental, Virginia, Cavendish, and Perique. Identical to the Special Reserve, right? Just looking at that as well. Latakia, Oriental, Virginia, Cavendish, and Perique. Exactly the same. The difference is the bourbon. Notes: this blend is claimed to be a crossover of the new elusive McClelland's Frog Morton Cellar. Now, I never smoked the Frog Morton Cellar by McClelland's. It's a unicorn blend, and I'm not gonna allow myself to go down that rabbit hole chasing unicorn blends. So I'm quite happy to smoke this one if this is sort of a crossover of that unicorn blend. So let's describe the tin smell compared to the Special Reserve. So the first thing you notice is a bourbon, sweet bourbon smell. But take away the bourbon, it's very similar. This has got a bit more of that bourbon, and it gives it that extra richness, and it comes through on the nose. So you smell this rich, earthy, fermented earthiness, and smoky, bit of spice, and the bourbon is lurking all along. It is one of the best smelling tobaccos that I smelled. It is absolutely delicious, and this is not an aromatic. If you think this is an aromatic, think otherwise. It is not an aromatic. This is as pure as they come, but the bourbon adds so much to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off now I've got a few tins of these, and I ordered more because I enjoyed so much. Now the truth, you see, when I ordered the Special Reserve, I was thinking just to order the top up on this one instead of buying too many of these, because I do very much enjoy the bourbon. But then I said, you know, because of STG and Sutcliffe, I'll order some more to have. But we're going to talk about during this review. Yeah, I think this is the flagship of the Plum Pudding series, to be honest. It is outstanding, exquisite, as someone here put it. And I think actually I'll label it as exquisite. Now, this crumbles so easy. You just have to sort of go like that and just crumbles to this. Perfect cut to pack your bowl. But I must tell you, it does need a few relights, even though it is actually quite crummy, but it is fairly moist when you take it out of the tin. And yeah, you need to do a few relights. Okay, so what I'm going to smoke it on is my LCS Polka, a gorgeous pipe that I reviewed in the past. And this is ideal for this type of cut because it is a fairly deep bowl that I'm not going to fill up to the top now, but it burns very even, and for this type of cut is ideal. Yeah, so let's give it a go, shall we? First thing is you taste that punginess, that rich smokiness. Now, when I say rich smokiness, this is richer smokiness than other English blends that I smoked. Something to do with the bourbon barrel and the process they've done this. Add that note of bourbon. Now, I am not an expert in tasting whiskey, liqueurs, even bourbon in a pipe tobacco. But with this blend, I can't pinpoint the bourbon. On the smell, yes, not on the smoke. But I definitely notice the added richness to the blend, which is, in my opinion, adds so much. And that really what they described, Mr. Joe Lankford. Yeah, he put it into charred oak Kentucky bourbon barrels. The result, heavenly marriage of spirit and the best Balkan ever made. So yeah, he's spot on that. Oh, it is very similar to the Special Reserve flake. That is the reason why I didn't record another video on this one and rather smoke this one and talk about these two. They're very, very similar. Uncanny. Both are excellent. But for me, for my palate, the added bourbon touch makes the difference to me. It just makes this so rich and delicious. The spiciness of this blend comes across as herbal, a bit peppery. It's got a bit of a peppery note to it. I hope someone is downstairs to see to it. Okay. Okay, yeah, someone's seen to the door. The spiciness of this blend is absolutely delicious. It you get a bit of a herbal, a bit of that raisin fig that you get on the Special Reserve. It's not that fig as a topping like the Pesekanoi fig. It is a bi-note, a bit of an imaginary note type of thing. That earthy, sweet bi-note to it. you get it on the spiciness of the Perique and from the Orientals. And that goes so well with that rich smokiness of the Latakia. Now, the richness of the Latakia, I think, is enhanced by this bourbon. On the Special Reserve is also a very rich Latakia note. Now, I spoke to a few people because I can taste a bit of a fruity note, like a plum, you know, like that tangy, sour fruitiness to it. And I spoke to quite a lot of people who actually smoke a lot of Sutliffs, especially the Balkans, and they said the Latakia by Sutliff is got this very unique plummy note. Tell you the truth, it's not the ideal blend to smoke in hot, steamy weather. Yeah, if the air conditioner was on, it would have been a lot helpful. But yeah, this blend is something else. It is so delicious. Now, I have smoked already quite a few English, and this is really on top of the level. I mean, it is so nice. All these nuances just blend in perfectly. And that bourbon just enhances it so well. Yeah, it is exquisite. Now, the Virginia for sure adds a bit of sweet note here. Is nothing else to give it that sweetness. The bourbon gives it richness, not so much sweetness, but the Virginia gives it sweetness. And it ties in so well with the other ingredients and with the bourbon. It just all comes together really, really well. There's a very light woodiness to it as well as the Special Reserve as well. So, to be honest, these two are very similar, but I think this is just got that edge over it, not so much in the core flavors of the ingredients and the way they blend in, marvelously done on the Special Reserve, but this is just the bourbon adds that richness. Yeah, so by him putting it for 30 days pressed, yeah, that made the result, as you said it, a heavenly marriage of spirits and the best Balkan blend ever made. That's all. I don't need to add really much to it. Really, really nice. Oh, so hot here. I'm sweating. Yeah, but it doesn't help me smoking and having the air conditioner on. It leaves it's no good for the filters of the air conditioner. And as well, I need the room to air out a bit before I leave for the weekend. Now, the room note is not the best room note. It is a manly smell, really, of tobacco, and the bourbon actually comes on the room note as well. But what you get is a fairly musky, pungy, yeah, smell. You know, I'm thinking of it, the mustiness of it reminds me a bit of the Haunted Bookshop of Colin Deal in a way. That was full-on mustiness, musky, you know, that like walking into a old bookshop type of thing. Yeah, but this has got some resemblance to that, the mustiness of it, the muskiness of it. There is a very nice bi-note, sweet note to it as well. that comes from the Virginia, and maybe is also coming from the bourbon. And this, the date on it is 24, as you can see here. So it's got a bit of aging, not much actually, November 24. Yeah, but still. Now don't think that I kept it in this tin all this time, because I've got here a jar all labeled, and I just took it out from the jar, put it back in the tin for you to see the way you're gonna get it. And I'm gonna put it right back in the jar when I'm done. So yeah, I've got these two. Okay, we're 26 minutes. I know it's not a double review, but yeah, we spoke about the two blends. So I think I'll leave it at that. If you enjoyed the Special Reserve Flake, you would certainly enjoy this one as well. If you smoke them both, I would love to hear your comments on these two. Which one do you prefer? And if you smoke only this and you get this, let me know what you think. I do really believe the bourbon adds a lot of richness, a depth to the already top quality Balkan blend here already. I mean, they say blend ever, the best Balkan ever made. Yeah, well, it certainly is very good indeed. Okay, so I think I'll leave it with that now, and let the room air out, and then I'm gonna make my way home, and I'm very much looking forward to the weekend. And hopefully you'll enjoy my next coming video on the LJ Peretti, and then hopefully today's video will be uploaded talking about these two delicious blends. Okay, so wish you all well. I can't say I wish you all a nice weekend, because you're gonna watch this probably on Wednesday. So yeah, I wish you a great day, and I'll see you soon on the next video. Until then, take care. Bye for now.